Welcome back. In the previous video, we discussed 5 basic rules that govern subject-verb agreement. In this current one, we'll discuss 5 more. So we're going to start from rule number 6 to rule number 10. So rule number 6, subject-verb agreement rule number 6. If two subjects are joined by and, they typically require a plural verb form. So and, they typically, which means there will be exceptions as we look ahead. So example 1, the cow and the pig are both four-legged. The cow and the pig. So the cow, the pig joined by and. So the verb is are. Malcolm and Ree were invited to the party. So Malcolm, one subject, joined by Ree. Then we have and joining the two. The verb is were, plural. So Malcolm and Ree were invited to the party. Rule number 3 says, the man and his wife are known to be very generous. So the man on one side, his wife on the other, joined by and. So we have the verb being are known to be very generous. Example 4, the mobile phone and the laptop are both new forms of technology. The mobile phone and the laptop are both new forms of technology. So the rule is just very simple. Typically, once you see two subjects joined by the coordinator or the conjunction and, the verb is usually plural. Then, this becomes an exception. Rule number 7. The verb is singular if the two subjects separated by and refer to the same person or thing, which means there is a possibility that even if we use and to join two subjects, the two subjects will be just but one thing or one person. So the verb is singular if the two subjects separated by and refer to the same thing or the same person. Let's look at it. Red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. So red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. So this is food, dish. So you're not going to say red beans, oh, that is one, and then rice, that's another. No, the two come together to become food. So red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. Then we have kaba and slit is a very popular way among Ghanaian ladies. Kaba and slit is a very popular way among Ghanaian ladies. Take note that, of course, kaba is like the skirt part, and then, no, kaba is the top, and then the slit is the one below the skirt part. But it is one attire, is a dress. So just like a shirt and a tie is good to be worn for interviews, a shirt and a tie is good, even though it is a shirt, but it's an attire. Both the shirt and a tie become an attire or dress for an occasion. So the third example, wache, shito, fried plantain, and gari is my number one dish every morning. This is intentional, so you could see that regardless of the number coming together, as long as it refers to a dish or one thing, the verb will be singular. So wache, shito, fried plantain, and gari is my number one dish every morning. All these, even joined with and, is one because it refers to food. The Malcolm's manager and father was here yesterday. Malcolm's manager and father was here yesterday. If you see this, it means this refers to one and the same person. So Malcolm's father is the same person as his manager. So you can say Malcolm's father and manager is coming. But if they are two different persons, it will be Malcolm's father and manager are coming. So if the subject is two subjects are joined by and they refer to the same thing or the same person, the verb is singular. Unlike the previous rule that if you join them typically, the verb is plural. So we'll move on to rule number 8. If one of the words each, every, or no comes before the subject, the verb is singular. So when you see each, every, or no coming before the subject, the verb should be singular. So example, no smoking or drinking is allowed. No smoking or drinking is allowed. Then every man and woman is required to check in. Every man and woman. So once you see every, the verb will be singular. No soldier was allowed to cross the danger zone. No soldier was allowed, not were allowed. And then every student finds this question difficult to answer. So every student, once you see every, each, no coming before the subject is singular. Then we move on to rule number 9. If the subjects are both singular and are connected by the words or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, and not only but also, with, as well as, together with, no less than, the verb is singular. These are quite a number of words. The words or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, not only but also, with, as well as, together with, no less than, the verb is singular. When you connect two subjects which are both singular with any of these words or expressions, the verb is singular. So let's go. Joshua, no less than Shane, is a very active boy. Joshua, no less than Shane, is a very active boy. So Joshua, one, no less than Shane, another. But both are singular, joined with no less than, the verb is singular. Jessica or Christian is to blame for the accident. Jessica, one verb, one subject. Christian, another subject, joined with or. Both are singular, the verb should be singular. So Jessica or Christian is to blame for the accident. Number 3, Damien as well as Malcolm is the name of my son. So Damien, one singular, as well as joining Malcolm, another singular, the verb should be singular. Then the last one, Naki together with Sharif is kind. Two persons, singular, singular, joined with together with, the verb should be singular. So Naki together with Sharif is kind. Interesting, isn't it? Then the final rule for this section, rule number 10. The only time when the object of the preposition factors into the decision of plural or singular verb form is when noun and pronoun subjects like some, have, none, more, or all are followed by a prepositional phrase. In these sentences, the object of the preposition determines the form of the verb. Very cumbersome, isn't it? The examples will clarify this. The only time when the object of the preposition factors into the decision of plural or singular verb forms is when noun and pronoun subject like some, have, none, more, or all are followed by a prepositional phrase. In these sentences, the object of the preposition determines the form of the verb. Let's see how the examples will just clarify this complex rule. Now, rule number 10, example, all of the chicken is gone. All of the chicken is gone. The prepositional phrase is of the chicken. So what is the object of it? The chicken is object of the preposition phrase of the preposition of. So the chicken, which is one. So when you use all, it is referring to just one. So all of the chicken is gone. Then all of the chickens are gone. Because chicken is the object of the preposition of, which is singular, the verb is singular. On the other hand, because it is plural, the verb is plural. So all of the chickens are gone. Then we also have some. Some of the milk was spilled. Wow, interesting. There's an error there in terms of spelling. Some of the milk was spilled. Then because the milk is an uncount noun and is singular, so we have some of the milk was spilled. Then the other one, some of the boxes are stolen. Of the boxes, so boxes are stolen. So the focus that some would be plural in that context, but in the case of milk, it will be singular. Then we have half of the pupils of class 5 have passed the test. So half of the pupils, more than one. So half of that would be plural still. Then half of the bread was given to Daisy. So half referring to one thing, bread, so was given to Daisy. And then we have none of the children were present. Of the children, so were present. None of the milk is left. So rule number 10, anytime we have all, some, half, none, let us look at what the all, the some, the half, and the noun are referring to. If the thing is singular, the verb will be singular. If the thing is plural, the verb will be plural. On that note, stay tuned for the next session of the subject-verb agreement tutorials.